Which day is bad day? Huh? When rain is coming. Huh? Heavy rain. We cannot open our shop. Huh? No money coming. Huh? So for this regard, we are saying today is very bad day. Sanskrit word is Duddin. Or which day is good day? Sunshine. Sun is better than. When we get lot of wealth of money, and that day is called our good day. But Srimad Bhagavatam says completely opposite way. Sudin and Durdin. Which day is good day and which day is bad day. Which day is bad day? When we will not listen Hari Katha. That day is called which day? Durdin. Durdin, understand? Bad day. Or when you listen Hari Katha with the association of sadhu sangha, that day is called good day. So today is good day, Sudin. Because all you hear, all you are speaking very nicely. But here time is very short. Here also very nice, beautiful place also. Yoga. Yoga? And this is called what? Viyoga. And have you heard or not? Viyog. Viyog means separation. Jog means meeting. And so meeting and separation. In our Vaishnava philosophy, need both also. And meeting and separation. That means jog and viyog. Because when we discuss about love, when we discuss about love, there are two things are there. Jog and viyog. This is true. But when we are meeting together, so much happiness coming. Or when we separate from our friends, and that time we are feeling unhappiness. But Vaishnava philosophy is saying no. Both are very valuable things. Jog and viyog, meeting and separation. You understand? When we are meeting together, we are very happy. But our Shastra is saying when we also separate from our friends, this happiness is more than meeting. You understand? When we separate from our friends, there is more happiness coming. Externally, we are feeling unhappiness, distress, but internally, we are getting a lot of happiness. And external, you are crying, but internal, you are very happy. So much happiness will come. And just Gurudev gave an example. You heard about Sita Devi. She entered in the earth. That is called Sita Devi Patal Pravesh. When you watch this TV, Sita Devi's house, she entered in the earth. You will be cry. And even if you think, no, my heart is as like stone. But if you listen or if you watch this TV, how Sita Devi she entered in the earth, then automatically your heart will be melt. and tears rolling down. But again, next day, again same katha will speak. Then more people will come. Why? If crying and separation is very unhappiness, so why people again coming? Externally we are feeling unhappiness, but internally so much happiness coming. যত দেখো বৈষ্ণবী ব্যবহার দুঃখ তাহাতে জানিও তুমি পরম আনন্দ. Externally we are feeling separation, but internally so much happiness coming, meeting coming in that time. Why? Because when we feeling separation, that means we are remembering to him. Actually, this is your jog. Jog means meeting. Externally separation or internally meeting. Or sometimes externally meeting, but internally not meeting. This is the philosophy. When you are meeting with your friends externally, but maybe your mind is not connected to each other, maybe going another place. But when you feeling separation, viraha, viyog, and then so much happiness will come. That means you are remembering all his past activities. This is actually process also. So just I told, Sita Devi Patal, when Sita Devi entered in the earth, all the audience, they are crying and crying. Even the speaker, he is also crying. Audience also crying. But next day, again speaker saying same things, same subject. And same audience are coming. Why they are coming? Because externally they feel unhappiness, but internally so much happiness coming. Because when you separate someone, always so much remembrance coming. Just give an example, if you got one very valuable jewels, many years with you, but suddenly that jewels disappear. Viyog, you want lot separation coming. Then time, always you are thinking, where are the jewels? Where are the valuable things? Even your dream, you are thinking, oh, this is thinking, so much thinking. And that time also happiness will come. So just I also explain, jog means these actual things. Where the jog, automatically there, viyog coming. Jodi hoy jog, kabu na hoy viyog, viyog hoile, tabi sanaji hoy. If you meet with once Krishna, Bhagavan, you will never separate from him. Or if you separate from him, you cannot survive your body. This is true also. Jadi hoy jog, kabu na hoy viyog. Viyog hoile, kabu na jiyoy. Actually, this is the philosophy. We are actually coming here, yoga center. Yoga means is what? Two things, then you united. One thing you cannot unite. When the two things, then you are united. So those who are saying, I am only one, Eko Brahma, Eko Brahma, Dityo Nasti, only one Brahma without second. But here he is saying Brahma and his Sakti. Sakti means his potency there. Brahma and Brahma's potencies are there. Lord he is not also alone. Radha Purna Sakti or Krishna Purna Saktiman. Dui vastu bhed nahi shastra praman. All the scriptures gives the evidence. Srimati Radhika she is called Purna Sakti, and complete potencies. Or Krishna is called Purna Saktiman. Is the complete possession of potency. So Sakti and Saktiman. Sakti, Saktiman, Uddayur, Abhido. So there are no different Sakti and Saktiman in this way. Where is Saktiman? There is Sakti inside the Sakti. Everything is there. This is the philosophy of saying this way. So yoga means is what this. This way we are. But we are conditioned soul, Baddha Jivas. We forget to Krishna. So all you are searching how to meet with Krishna. So this is yoga process, this is how to attend to Krishna. Because we forget to Krishna, now we are coming here in this material world and wandering the same cycle of repeated birth and death. Prabhuji, he told, now we got this gross body. Then in the gross body also another body inside there. That is called subtle body. Or inside the subtle body another body also is there. That is called Atmasari. The spiritual body we have. Atmasari we have. This is the process. But step by step how to separate from this gross body to subtle body, then we will realize our Atmasari. Yes. So yogis, according to the yoga process, they want to know about their subtle body. Every life we give up all this gross body, but we never give up our subtle body. Gross body means this gross body made by the 5 elements. And earth, fire, water, or air, ether, man, buddhi, and then subtle body, man, buddhi, ahankar, chitta, mind, intelligence, egos, and consciousness, heart. That is called the sanskar, inside in there. Very subtle these things are there. And Shankaracharya, in his yoga process, he also separate his gross body. Then in his subtle body, he entered in one, what is called dead king. Very nice, beautiful story there. When Shankaracharya, Shankara Sakshat, Shankaracharya actually the direct incarnation of Lord Shiva. He appeared in the form of Shankaracharya. He also defeated all the intelligent person, everybody, Panditas. Then he came one place, what is his name? Kumaril Bhatta. Huh? Shankaracharya, he also, that you have to defeat to him. Then Shankaracharya, he told, I want to defeat you. Then, so Shankaracharya is Shankar, very easy to he defeat to him. Then his wife, what is the name of his wife? Just say. Sometimes saying, no? Shankaracharya's wife, Kumaril Bhatta's wife. He told, oh, you defeat my husband, but you have to defeat to me. Because according to Indian Vedic culture, wife is called the half body of husband. And that Sanskrit word that is called Ardhangini. What is it? Ardhangini. What do you mean Ardhangini? The half body of my husband. According to the Sanskrit words, Ardhangini means this way. When you married, that time you promised. What you promised? Your heart is my heart is your heart. Tabahidang, mamahidang, tabahidang. Your heart is my heart, or my heart is your heart. We are, both are same. So for this regard, Shankaracharya is very, so Kumaril Bhatta's wife, she told. So wife means half body, my husband. So you, that means 50% you defeat my husband. Or 50% I am here. So you defeat to me. Then Shankaracharya said, okay. Interesting, no? How to defeat? Shankaracharya is sannyasi. Renounced person, Shankaracharya. Or Kumaril Bhatta's wife, just remember, name, very nice sweet name. She told, you defeat to me. Discuss with Shastragya. That time she told, Kumaril Bhatta's wife, she told, okay. Is Shankaracharya, he told, you ask any Shastra, I can defeat you. Then that she lady, she is very clever. Okay, you also discuss with me about Kama Shastra. Then Shankaracharya's head start to spinning. Understand? Shankaracharya is Bal Brahmachari. Bal Brahmachari means? Celebrate from his birth. So how, and another he is sannyasi, how possible discuss about this philosophy? So Shankaracharya is, then Shankaracharya, I cannot discuss with you this philosophy. Which philosophy? Kama Shastra. That time she told, okay, so you can also sign, you defeat. That time Shankaracharya said, wait. Then Shankaracharya said, okay, give me 2 months. Give me 2 months. Then Shankaracharya in his yoga process, he also, in his yoga process, in his subtle body, he entered one king, death king. That dead body of king coming in this cremation place. And that time Shankaracharya in his yoga process, that is subtle body, enter in the body of king. Then king wakes up. Then king also talked with his wife, queen, and the subject. Then again Shankaracharya also came out from his body and coming his own body. Then he talked about this philosophy and defeated him also. Defeated her. So why I am saying this? Because yogis can do this also. Yog prashesh, they can separate their gross body and subtle body. Our devotees, they also give up also both bodies, gross body and subtle body. They want to go, they also come from, they also going to, there's the Atma Sarir and spiritual body is there. So that means, establish the three things. We have three bodies we have. One is called gross body, or another subtle body, or third Atma Sarir. We have actually, we have. But very, very subtle everything. Because Atma, we discuss about soul. Soul resides in this body is working. And gross body and subtle body not working. If you not, Atma is not in this body, and gross body and subtle body, they are not working. So, Atma, where is the soul? We discuss these things. So, for this girl, in the morning I told Sanatana Goswami Pad, he asked Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who am I? Kiyami kanumari jari tapatroy, iha nahi jani koiche hita hai. Saddha sadhan tattva, puchitan jani. Kripa kari sab tattva kahat apani. Who am I? Generally we are giving our gross body's identification. I am man, I am a woman. I am American, I am Australian, I am Indian. Many kinds of our giving this identification. Actually all the identification is completely what? Gross body's identification. But inside also subtle body. Or inside subtle body then Atma Sarir you have. But what is the identification of Atma Sarir? Who are you? The question, Jivir Sarup hoy, Krishna Nitya Das, who is the eternal servant of Krishna, Krishna Das. We are the servant of Krishna, our duty is serve to Krishna. For this is Srimad Bhagavad Gita, discourses, all these tattva is there. 18th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Or every chapter name is called Yoga. Karma Yoga, Gyan Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, all Yoga. Yoga. Not Vyog. Everything, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 18 chapters, how many names? Every 18th name is what? Yoga. First 6 chapters, that is called Karma Yoga. Then Bhakti Yogas. Then Jnana Yoga, these things. So that means Bhakti is your middle. First chapter to 6 chapters, that is called Karma Yoga. Then 7 to how many? 12. That is called Bhakti Yoga. Or then Jnana Yogas. 13th to 18th Jnana Yoga. So that means bhakti is what? Middle. Why? This is confidential bhakti yoga. All Tattva bhakti is very confidential. And you keep very valuable things in where? In the hidden. Then safe. Or if you go the front, maybe it will lose, or last will be lose. So keep in where? Middle. Good or no? Good idea. Try to understand this way. So just I also discuss these things. Bhakti yoga, everything here. Yoga. So for this regard, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam also discourses these things. No sadhati mang yogam, no sanka dharma uddhava, no sabdas tapos tyago, yatha bhaktir mama arjita. Krishna says very clearly. By the performance of karma, jnana, yoga, tapasya, no one can attain to me. But if you little bit practice bhakti yoga, then very easy to attain to me. Neha vikramanasa asti pratyavana vidyate sarvam api asya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Let me practice bhakti yoga. Then you will free from all your distress and unhappiness. Bhakti yoga is powerful. What is the bhakti yoga? Bhakti yogena manasi samaka pranite amale apasat purusam purna mayancha tadapasrayam. Srimad Bhagavatam gives evidence this way. Bhakti yogena manasi samaka pranite amale apasat purusam purnam. That's the be told. When I practice bhakti yoga, then I direct to take darshan to Lord. Without bhakti yoga, you cannot direct take darshan to Lord. Bhakti reva nayati, bhakti reva darsayati. Bhakti yoga. Bhakti yoga brings to Lord. Then we direct to take darshan to Lord also. So bhakti reva nayati, bhakti reva darsayati. Bhakti vasa purusha. Lord completely controlled by bhakti. Bhakti yoga. So the bhakti yoga is powerful. What is the bhakti yoga? Maybe your question will come. Sravanam kirtanam Vishnu smaranam pada sevanam archanam bandhanam dasa sakkatma nivedanam ete pungsarvita Vishnu bhaktischedana valakshana. There are 9 limbs of bhakti. Prahlad Maharaj very clearly explained it. Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Bandhanam, Dasa Sakka, Atmanivedanam. Bhakti yoga is very powerful. Listen Hari, you are listening Hari Katha. This is Bhakti yoga. You are speaking Hari Katha, Kirtan. Bhakti yoga. Because this is also direct connected with Lord. Bhakti yoga means direct connected. Actually, what is meant bhakti means bhajjate sebbate iti bhakti, bhajdhatu sevayam. Sanskrit word, the verbal root, that is called bhajdhatu. Bhajjate sebbate iti bhakti, seva. Another meaning also bhakti, bhajjate, vesajate. Means first destroy all your unwanted things from your heart. When you are fried, and any grains you are fried. That means inside all the proteins automatically you are destroyed. In the same way, if you practice bhakti yoga, First, all your unwanted things, lust, anger, everything is what? Destroyed. And this is the process of this. Srimad Bhagavatam gives evidence. Krishna himself told. Or this. No. That is, Krishna told to the gopis, they are the slokas. Marja vasito dhiyang. Marja vasita dhiyang vajita kudita dhana bijo nasayate. Srimad Bhagavatam. Krishna himself told. One who completely surrendered to me. And then all his unwanted things, anarthas, lust, anger, everything is what? Destroyed. Give an example of bhajita katita dhana. If you, what is it called? Roast, fried the grains, and inside the potential of the grain automatically what? Fried. And again you put that the grains in the water, it will be never sprout. So bhajita kathita dhana bija nasayate. So Krishna says, one who completely, absolutely absorbed with me, then all his lust, anger, investment automatically what? Destroyed. Fried. Because that potential is not in there. So kvachit bhajita katita dhana bija nasayate. So bhakti yogi is saying that. Bhakti means how to completely, absolutely absorbed with Lord. So in morning also is the Raganuga Bhakti, two things are there. One is called absorption, another utkantha, eagerness. Brajavasis, this is the two things inside their heart. Those who are the eternal associate of Krishna, Krishna's Nitya Parikar. They are not Baddha Jiva, they are Nitya Parikar, associates. In their heart two things are there. Utkantha, Abhis and Utkantha. Abhis, always 24 hours, they always absorbed with Krishna. Even when they are milking the cows, when they perform their household duties, always remember to Krishna. Govinda Damo Dharmadhaveti, Govinda Damo Dharmadhaveti, He Govinda Damo Dharmadhaveti, Govinda Damo Dharmadhaveti, He Krishna, He Jadava, He Sakheti, Govinda Damo Dharmadhaveti, Govinda Damo Dharmadhaveti, Govinda Damo Dharmadhaveti. When they are milking the cows, they also remember to Krishna. So Jadohane, Abohanane, Mathana Pralipa, Pranchai Chanadvo, Rudito, Chanamarjanado, Gayanti Chaino, Anurakta, Dhiyo Srukanto, Dhanna Brajastriyo, Urukrama Chitta Jano, Dhanna Brajastriyo, Urukrama Chitta Jano. Sukadeva Goswami told this katha. Those are eternal associates of Krishna, Krishna Nitya Parikar. 24 hours they absorbed with Krishna. Smartavo Satato Vishnu. Bismartvo no jatuk kahirchit. This is what the Shastra always giving this instruction to us. Always remember to him. Or another, never forget to. And one is called Adis, order. Understand? Order. What is order? Smartabo Sato Vishnu. Always you have to remember. Don't forget. Or second, what is saying? Never forget. This thing. Smartabo Sato Vishnu. Nishedja Adis and Nishid. Prohibition. He's saying this. Order. Order to always remember. Smartabo Sato Vishnu. Or restriction, never forget. So Smartabo Sato Vishnu. Bismartabo no jatu kaichit. He's saying this. So those who are the eternal associates of Krishna, Nitya Parikar, they always remember to Krishna. They never forget to Krishna. When they eating, sleeping, all their activities also for Krishna Seva. Because they always meet with Krishna. They never separate with Krishna. This is the thing. And externally they separate Krishna, but internally they meet with Krishna. This is the thing. What they were doing, everything was for Krishna Seva. Brajavasis, Radha, Lalita, Abhisheka. Even they also, what is it called, Singar karti hai. Decorate their body with very nice clothes, nice ornaments, everything. Why? For the exclusive pleasure for Krishna. Krishna sukh hetu gopis sab kare vyavahar. Gopis, all their activities for the exclusive pleasure for Krishna. Not other than this. Just I tell you one very nice, beautiful story. Once Krishna played the flute. All the gopis arrived in front of Krishna. All the gopis are very nice, beautiful, they are singer. Singer, understand? Dress and the cloth is very nice. Nice cloth, nice ornaments, everything is there. But when Krishna saw one gopi, her singer, all her ornaments very perfect. But that gopi's eyes, I don't know what it's called. Eyeliner. Liner. Kajal, you know? Kajal, understand? You have? You put in? You put blue, okay. Today not yet? Okay. So 2 eyes or no, 1 eye? Both. But that gopi, she put the only one. And another eyes, there are no kajal. Krishna noticed her, all his dresses complete, but this eyeline missing. Then Krishna asks, why did you not put this eyeline on your eyes, this one? Then she told, and when he was dressing, putting all these things, just I complete. Then in the meantime you played the flute, then I forget everything. Bolo Vrindavan Vihari Lal ki. You understand? That, Stupid can understand. Intelligent people can understand. Because intelligent people thinking. Stupid person very easy to understand. This is true. If you're too much intelligent, then you can understand. Because you think, how possible? How possible? Intelligent person is saying this is true. Because they are vast of knowledge. They try to many questions will come. And many questions will come, that means arguments. Tarkat apratishthanat. Tarkat apratishthanat. You cannot establish just your material conception, which are transcendental things. These are the things also. So you are right, you understand what they are saying. You are foolish. Full. You are full. Full means complete. Not empty. You are right. Suddha Saraswati explained this. Full meaning, we are saying water full. Pardon? It is two meanings. Full means? Full. Full or not? My stomach is full. You are right.
First time today.
What you say, we have to give answer. But this is true. You are not, what is called? You are not Tarkic. Tarkic, honestly, you are not logist. Because Shastra is saying, if you want to know about Lord, and with your logic, you cannot establish these things. So for the Vedanta Sutra, Tarkat apratishthanat. According to your logic, you cannot establish the spiritual things. Understand? Otherwise, this is not, neti. Foolish person not saying the neti. Foolish person is go, yes. Because he knows everything. Or those who are vast of knowledge, how possible? Neti, no. You are not saying no. You are saying yes. So all good things, tick marks. So now coming in this way. Why I am saying it? Because gopis, all their activity is exclusively pleasure for Krishna. Krishna sukh hetu gopis sab kare vyavahar. Gopis, all their activities exclusive pleasure for Krishna. Krishna will be happy for this. For the gopis, they also dress a very nice, beautiful cloth. Everything is there very good. Just I told, when Krishna performed Ras dance, all the gopis' dresses were very beautiful and attractive. Sam Rama Ramanam Sundarata Varishta Sundarja Mahita Samasta Jagad Janasa Samasya Bama Baddhatan Kadam Tamam Indira Bharammahan. Rupa Goswami composed these words. So, why gopis they have dressed a very nice, beautiful cloth? For the exclusive pleasure for Krishna Sugata. Because they all their activities are how to give pleasure to Krishna, not others. These are things. For this regard, their prem bhakti is called samartharati. What did it say? Samartharati. Samartharati, they control to Krishna with this love. In Dwarikapuri, the queens of Dwarika, their love towards Krishna, that is called Samanjasarati. That means their love automatically divides. Or Muthura Kubja, her love and affection with Krishna, prem, that is called Sadharani Rati. So you know discuss these things also. So Samartha means control to Krishna. For this regard, Krishna complete control by Srimati Radhika, topmost Srimati Radhika. This prem, why I am saying it? Because bhakti, and if you have bhakti, then you can control to someone. Or if you are not bhakti, how to control? Just I told, bhakti means seva vritti. Bhajyati, sebbati iti bhakti. Bhakti is two functions. First, destroy all the unwanted things from our heart. Or second, you have to control to Krishna. This is the process, how to step by step we attain our perfection goal, prem. Love means this way. So I also discuss these things. Love means two things. One is called meeting, another is called separation. And milan and viraha. If you, but our Rupa Goswami Pad explained this. Nabina vipralambena sambhoga pushti masnuti. That means separation, nourishment to meeting. More separation, then you realize more meeting. This is the process also. If you never meeting someone, so how to feel separation? If you meet with not, if you meet with the friends, wife, children, husband, meeting or not? Or when you separate from each other, then more and more remembrance will come. Understand? If your wife will go to India, or if you stay here, you remember or not? Now both are staying, maybe remember, maybe not.
He's not answering.
I'm shaking my head.
He's shaking his head.
He's not answering.
Who?
He's being very safe.
Don't put me in this.
Yeah, this is the truth. When you are staying together, maybe you are not remembering. But when you separate from each others, Jatha durastita striya. Krishna says in Srimad Bhagavatam. What is the slok? Krishna says this word. And when before Pranay Gita. Understand? Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto, 20, I think this is also 29th chapter. Krishna saying this. Krishna gave very nice instruction to the gopis. That time Krishna used this word, Jatha durastita striya. And when husband be far away from the wife, then wife always remember her husband. Her husband also remembering his wife. Remembering or not? Yes. So you are honest. Yes, this is true. If it is love, love always did these things. For the Krishna gave this example. Jatha durastita striya. If husband is to go some far country, then wife says always remembering her husband. Her wife, husband also remembering his wife. Because when the love is there, love is always doing this way. Each other remembering. So that means in the separation meeting is going on this way. So for this regard, saying this, Nabina vipralambena sambhoga pushti masnuti. Yatha ranjita kasayita vastra. When there is the saffron cloth, a cloth, when you put the saffron dye, more and more put in the saffron dye, it will be more delightfulness will come. Coming or not? So you should not now take the saffron cloth. If you take saffron cloth, and put in the dirt. That will do. More and more put in the saffron, what is it called? Color, that will be more delightful in his color. So that means that separation, nourishment to meeting. Yeah? This is the process also. So jog and viyog. Just I discuss these things. What is the meaning of jog or what is the meaning of viyog? Yeah? Meeting and separation. And separation and meeting. Yeah? So we try to realize these things. Yeah? Because when you love something, love is always creating these things. Meeting and separation. Separation and meeting this way. And Krishna left Vrindavan to Mathura. And then gopis, they felt pang of separation from Krishna. Are Krishna also feeling separation from gopis? Day and night Krishna is crying for the gopis. What this regard Krishna told to the gopis? He told to Uddhava. Gacchaddhang brajesumang pratimang pratibhavah mad vyonang gopi gopinang mat sandesakoi vimurchaya. Srimad Bhagavatam gives it. Krishna told to Uddhava. Now Krishna in Mathura. Or Krishna hold the hand of his friend Uddhava and saying, Paninang pani gritva. Krishna's completely feeling separation from gopis and shedding tears. And hold the hand of Uddhava. Paninang paning gritva. And saying, hey, Gacchoddhang brajesumam. Hey, Uddhav, you have to go Braj Vrindavan. And you give my message to the Brajavasis. And you also pacified gopis. This saying this. Gacchoddhang brajesumam pratimang pratibhavah mad vyoganam gopinam mat sandesakai vimurchaya. So that means Krishna, he is feeling separation from gopis and crying. Are her gopis? They are also crying for Krishna. They day and night they are crying for Krishna. कहाँ मोर प्राणनाथ मुरली वदन कहाँ जाऊं कहाँ पाऊं ब्रजेंद्र नंदन. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu completely absorbed in separation, the mood of Srimati Radhika. Same mood. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recited these words. Ka Krishna Chandra Kula, Ka Krishna, this sloka is, Ka Krishna, Sikipicha Mauli. Where is Krishna who holds the peacock feather on his turban? And day and night, and Srimati Radhika, she cried also this. So that means Srimati Radhika and gopis, they are staying in Vrindavan. Are they crying for Krishna? Or Krishna is staying in Mathura and he is crying for gopis. Viraha. These things also. When, if you love means you will create these things. Always I am saying these things. Love means the yoga. Yog and viyog. So how do you prepare? Meeting or separation? How do you prepare? Meeting. She wants Pindi. Gaur Premanandi. Bolo Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. Jai Jai Sri Ram. Govinda Bala Hari Gopala Bolo. Govinda Bala Hari. Govinda Vallabha Hari Gopalam. Govinda. Huh? Pardon? Huh? 8:30. So just thank you for your kindness and the owner of this center. And what is your name? Caroline. Okay. Thank you for your kindness. Give us this place to speak Hari Katha. And understand? And I hope and you also come in India. Have you been in India? Where? Which place of India have you been? Huh? Ladakh. Oh my God. Ladakh is, what is it called, very cold area.
Hare Krishna. I just had a question. If Shankaracharya is a sannyasi, then why did he have to wait 2 months to be defeated? And why did he have a wife? And why did, what's it called?
Oh, I told this Katha story.
Yeah, because like, if he's a sannyasi, how can he have a wife? And why did his wife have to get defeated briefly?
All Shastra, those sannyasi men, they have no all Shastra knowledge. You have to learn all tattvas. Vasudev, he knows everything. If you not know this, how to defeat the others? Understand? That means thinking, oh, sadhus means is what? Useless person. Sadhus means useless person. Sadhus knows everything. Because our Shastra is saying, try to understand, sannyas means that topmost. But Varnashram dharma, just to tell you are saying this, brahmachari, grihastha, banprastha and sannyas. Sannyas means is what? Highest. So highest person, he knows everything.
So what's the point of brahmacharya and sannyasa?
Sannyasi means is what? He detached from everything. This is sammog rupe nasanam iti sannyasi. Sannyasi, he knows everything, but he is not attached anything.
So he's detached, but what's the point of the detachment?
Pardon?
What's the point of the detachment?
What the point of detachment? I have not accept these things, just then live.
Yeah, but what for?
Why?
What's the purpose
Detached from what?
Because he attached to Krishna. If you detach to material things, then you attach to Krishna. You will always not staying in the middle point. Attached and detached. Detached and attached. You understand?
So, for example, what's the point of worshipping a demigod to get dhan?
Demigod?
Dhan, wealth. Getting wealth from a demigod, what's the point of that?
And then what are you saying? Demigod?
In the previous class we learned we worship the demigods to get dhan. So what's that for?
Why would we worship demigods to get wealth?
Why you get wealth?
Yes.
If you get wealth, serve to Krishna.
But why get it from a demigod?
Huh?
Our wealth is Krishna.
What are you saying?
For example, what would you do with wealth?
Serve Krishna.
Yeah, but why would you need wealth to serve Krishna?
No. If you serve to Krishna, Krishna seva. Then everything you need for Krishna seva. I already told, all our activities exclusively present to Krishna. Anna vilasita sunnam jnana karmata navritam anukullena krishnanu silanam bhaktiruttama.
So if someone wants to be
This means
detached,
all our activities to exclusively pleasure for Krishna, Krishna seva. Because this is our spontaneous nature, Jiva's spontaneous nature.
my understanding is a devotee doesn't have to ask Krishna or a demigod for anything.
Demigod, another things. You are discussing about demigod.
Demigod or Krishna, a devotee doesn't have to ask Krishna or a demigod for anything.
What are you saying?
No, he's saying that the devotee doesn't ask money for Krishna or for demigod.
What I mean is, a devotee, a bhakta, कुछ मांगता नहीं भगवान से या कुछ देवता से, अगर वो कुछ मांगता है वो भगवान को मांगता है,
हाँ।
अगर कुछ और मांगना चाहता है वो भगवान से मांगता है।
अरे मांगना है तो भगवान से ही मांगो।
तो देवता से क्यों दान लेना चाहते हो?
कौन जाता है? कामस्तैस्तै हितज्ञाना प्रपद्यन्ते अन्न देवता. Krishna says, those who are completely absorbed their own sense gratification, they used to go the others demigoddess.
Yeah,
So I will go. If you are,
exactly.
yeah, they saying this word.
Mahadi Mandir, the Durga Mandir, why were we taught you worship the demigod, you get done, you get wealth. What would you do with that wealth?
They are going because they completely lose their consciousness. For this regard, they are going to other demigods. This words learn. Bhagavad Gita. Kamaisthaisthai hitagyana prapaddante anna devata. Have you Srimad Bhagavad Gita? Learn these words. Kamaisthaisthai hitagyana prapaddante anna devata.
What does it mean?
That means those who forget their own identity, they are going to other demigods. Anna devata they are going.
Why worship a demigod to get wealth? That's my question.
Those who, I don't understand the question.
Why do you want what?
No, I'm asking, if you want wealth
Huh.
from a demigod, why would you ask a demigod for wealth?
No, you should not ask to demigod. Why to ask? Ask to Krishna.
But those who has no sukriti to go to Krishna, they will go
What
to
would you do
demigod.
with wealth?
Huh?
Depends what you want to do.
This is just an example. What would you do with wealth?
Depends on who is wanting well. Who's wanting well?
Which one?
What would Maharaj do as well?
Yeah, what would you do with wealth?
Give the prasad. We discuss these things. If you, who is worship the demigod and demigoddess?
Those who lost
Huh?
consciousness.
Those who are not devotees, they not worship demigod, demigoddess.
Devotee no.
Devotees they worship to Krishna.
Devotees don't worship the demigods. They
Huh?
worship Krishna. Devotees worship Krishna, not the
Yeah.
demigods.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Devotee?
Devotees worship Krishna, not demigods.
Yeah. That's true.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Devotee they worship to Krishna. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vishnu, Vaishnava.
They are Vaishnava. Eh?
But didn't you say previously that you can get done from a demigod and then you can buy an airplane or something? What's that for?
You come here, baby. I cannot clearly
Like, it's
understand.
like if that's what you want, okay? If that's what you want, then you worship that. If that's what you want.
I think
Nee,
when you say
plus,
not,
yeah.
not disturb those who are karmis, like you let them do karma. I think this point he was remembering.
The other day.
Yeah, you told that okay, those who are observing karma, this is Bhagavad Gita, Yata.
Je jatamang prapaddante.
Don't disturb.
Tasmat karma.
Huh? What is it? Uh-huh. You put this. If you want to wealth, money, you ask to Krishna. Krishna will give.
If you want.
But didn't you say you worship the demigod and you get the wealth from the demigod and then you can buy a plane?
Actual demigod, they have no right to give any wealth money. They have no separate anything. All demigods, they, everything taking from Krishna. Then they are giving to this.
So if you want, get it from Krishna, a demigod. If you're a devotee, you don't ask for anything from Krishna or a demigod. You either ask for Krishna, or if you want to ask for something else, you ask for it from Krishna. That's devotee.
Yeah, whatever you want for Krishna, just devotee.
Yeah.
Krishna is the owner, you know. Krishna is the owner. He is the owner of this house. He has wealth of money, but he has many servants. You ask to whom? You direct contract with the owner. The owner is very generous, he will give to you.
So just to clarify, if you have to ask for something from Krishna or a demigod, ask for.
No, first to understand the function of demigod is. What is the function of demigod?
Prabhu's saying he would say if you want something,
Go for Krishna.
you've got a choice of asking demigod or Krishna. Who would you ask?
The question is, devotees depend on Krishna. They don't have to ask Krishna or a demigod for anything. But if they have to ask for something, they ask for Krishna. If they want to ask for something else, they ask for that from Krishna. They don't have to worship a demigod to get wealth for a plane.
Yeah, that's true.
हैं? हैं?
The Bhagavad Gita says if somebody's worshipping the demigod to get a plane, it says don't disturb them.
The thing is, depend on Krishna. You depend on Krishna. You don't have to beg some demigod or Krishna to give you something. I just think because some things are new, like why would Shankaracharya be a sannyasi?
मैंने ये
Why?
हमें ये प्लेन चाहिए, हम भगवान को नहीं मानेंगे,
Sankaracharya,
हमें पैसा चाहिए, हम देवी को क्यों मानेंगे, कृष्ण के मानेंगे,
Karmila Bhatta, he goes through him to discuss because Sankaracharya is going to different philosophies.
अरे भक्ति की जो प्रचार की जरूरत नहीं है,
Defeat them. This is what he's
हम कार में जो आए हैं, पैसा नहीं लगा, ट्रेन से नहीं लगा, ऐसी चला है,
very smart person. He goes to just one.
The wife and the
पैसा सबकी चाहिए,
This one.
भक्ति करनी पैसा भी चाहिए, प्रसाद हम दे, तो कहाँ से आएंगे?
No, he went there and then